Hello, everyone. This is Austin. This is Flashpoint Friday, September 3rd. I have an incredible show for you today. Settle in with me. Set an intention to get something that you need today. So grab this moment. You clicked. Make a commitment to yourself that you're going to get something from this particular episode today as we talk about what one thing could be holding you back from your wildest dreams. And also, I have a huge announcement for you today. I want to start off with this quote. The first essential element of success is to have sufficient confidence in oneself to brave the criticisms, to say nothing of the witticisms of a skeptical public. I am going to tell you where that quote came from, but not right now. I'm going to leave you hanging because this is exciting. Let's start off the show like we normally do. I already alluded to that. My name's Austin. If you're just joining this for the first time, this is Flashpoint. Your turnaround story starts right here. We create transformational experiences that lead you to your Flashpoint. But in order to do that, we dial into the present moment. We can't go back and change what has happened. We can't worry. We choose not to worry about the future. Yes, we want to create visions. Yes, we want to feel it, but it happens in this present moment. And as you're listening to this, maybe you're getting it for the first time, I want to welcome you in, and I want you to get what you need. But also, I want you to give. And that giving may be a share. It may be a comment. It may be just a saying hello, that you are present, that you are accounted for. And if you've been following the show and you like the show, by all means, share the show with someone. Good afternoon, Carrie. I'm so glad you're here. Wait till you hear the exciting news that we have. All right, we're setting up the show here. The next thing we highlight in this show is the Thomas Edison light bulb. It's a reminder every week that we are consistently doing things and we're getting feedback of ways that things may not be working, right? Thomas Edison. I successfully created 10,000 ways the incandescent light bulb would not work. Hallelujah. But he stayed with it. He changed his emotion in the face of massive failure. Oh my God, that didn't work. That didn't work. That didn't work. But then this light bulb stayed for 100 years close to its original form that Edison invented it before they altered it in any great way. So good afternoon. What's up, y'all? Say what's up. Give me a what's up. Give me a what's up. Lisa, I'm glad you're here. Michelle, I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad you love the show. You are going to love today's show. I am going to pour out so much here today. This is so bizarre. Yes, we get a little bizarre on the show. We do. We get a little bizarre. I have a huge announcement for you, but I'm going to dive right in because before I do, I want to highlight the cowbell. Give me a reason to use this cowbell today. Give me a reason. This is not just my show. This is your show, your shares, your stuff, your Flashpoint moment. Your turnaround story starts here. I'm going to dive right in. Buenos tardes, que tengas un feliz viernes. Only if I knew what that says. I know it says good something, what something. And Nelda, you always show up with something interesting. Make sure you share what that is to my Spanish-speaking tribe out there. Let me have it. Come on, let me know what it is. I'm here. Ring the bell. Mandy's here. There we go. So Mandy is one of our inner circle members. Ring that bell, baby. Okay, I'm going to dive right in because I want to get to the announcement. The one thing that we talk about in the Flashpoint community and what might be holding you back, and this sometimes is something you're aware of, but it's something that may be lingering beneath the surface. And before I get into this topic, I'm going to go back and read the quote that I opened with. I'm going to share with you where it came from because it's going to set up something interesting. The quote says this: "The first essential element of success is to have sufficient confidence in one's self to brave the criticisms, to say nothing of the witticisms of a skeptical public." That was said in the, 1880s, 1890s by a man named Thomas Stevens. Thomas Stevens rode his bike around the world, but it wasn't just a regular bike. It was called a penny farthing. Penny farthing. And I don't have an image of it, but I want you to look it up. Penny farthing. It will amaze you. That quote's amazing. All right, let's get into what might be holding you back. We have a thing in our community. It's called the uncertainty threshold. The uncertainty threshold. Now, I'm going to let that marinate. And let me grab your shares here because I want to honor you today for being here. Because we are working. We don't work hard here, by the way. We don't work hard. Okay, you said, what do you mean we don't? You got to work hard for success. No, we work passionately. Everyone else works hard. We work passionately because we're passionate about the work that we're doing. And I want you to be passionate about the work that you're doing. Let me just honor everyone here. All right, Mandy, we have you. Chris, welcome, Chris. I'm glad you're with me today for this episode of Flashpoint. You're never late. You're right on time. You took the long road here, but you're right on time. I know you have me in suspense since this morning. No, it's not killing you. It's elevating you. Come on. Stay with this. Let's see. May you have a happy Friday. Oh, that's what the translation says. Buenos tardes. We got some Spanish floating around here. I love this. We are bilingual, multilingual here. Multilingual. Okay. Repeat that quote, please. I will get that quote for you. Uncertainty threshold. Now, uncertainty threshold, you will be limited by predictability. In other words, you may crave predictability. You may crave routine. It's about creating that routine and that predictability. But what happens when there's too much predictability in your life? It becomes incredibly boring. And it's like, oh my God, like, get me out of here, right? So what we want to do is we want to push up against this thing called the uncertainty threshold. The uncertainty threshold, it's a little scary. So we have this word in our community. It's called nervous-sighted. Nervous-sighted. It's when you have this excitement. Like we talked about, Mandy, you brought up the quote, right? If it turns the corners of your mouth up, trust that. Whatever turns the corner of your mouth up, the corners of your mouth up, it's called a smile. Trust that. And that was said by Rumi. But there's also this thing, what if I need to know all the answers? I need to have all the answers. I live this way. When you are hyper-focused on having to know everything, you slip into overthinking. And overthinking creates problems that are not even there. And it creates confusion and it keeps you stuck. This is why Eleanor Roosevelt said, do something every day that scares you. Get out of your comfort zone. That's the commission for today. We can slip into this routine and lose our fulfillment. But you know what I'm talking about. Tell me you know what I'm talking about when you want to do something, right? You feel this like, you feel this excitement, and then there's this like nervous energy. It's like fear. And it's like, whoa, what am I doing? Who am I to do this, right? So this is going to lead me right into the announcement. I'm going to share the announcement with you here in a moment. So stay with me. It's a big announcement, by the way. It is a very big announcement. Some of you know we launched it in our private community. Let me grab your shares here. Whatever turns the corners of your mouth up, trust that. Trust that. Trust that. Yes, overthinking is the killer of progress. overthinking, fear. What if it goes wrong? What if that goes wrong? What if most things that we do, if not all, are not life and death, right? We're not on the front line, and I send prayers out to everybody who is on the front line dealing with crazy stuff at this time, but most of us are not. Can we be in the present moment? Can we immerse ourselves? Can we live more in the moment? Can we trust that? Can we? Can you? Can you? And what I want to do, here's the first call to action. What are you going to do today to get out of your comfort zone? And by the time I share my news, man, I want you, woman, women, man, I want you excited to say, yes, today I will. Today I am doing it. Get out of your comfort zone. I'm feeling it right now on the threshold of something huge. You feel it. Whew, you feel it, right? You need to feel that. Your body needs to feel that excitement and that fear. That is what propels you forward. It's what every major, huge success in any area knows. They put themselves in predicaments that other people don't have the guts to do. And that doesn't mean you have to do that, but you seek your level to get out of your comfort zone. Otherwise, life gets stagnant and stale. You need the energy of fear, but it doesn't stay as fear. It transmutes. It creates a healthy stress and a pressure when we can interpret it the right way. When we're aware of the uncertainty threshold and we can lean into it, knowing that we have the capability, that we are wired in our DNA to do great things that are in line with our heart. How does that feel? Try that on for size. I said, give me a reason to share this cowbell. Give me a reason. Yes, it's a healthy energy of fear. Absolutely. Maria Love is in the house. Yes, I made a comment on a call the other day, and I said, flush perfection down the toilet and get into progress. Flush perfection down the toilet. Let me go deeper. If you have a high need for certainty, you are unaware that you're not allowing the uncertain to come in. You're seeking, I got to get it right before I roll it out. And as you know, like me, love me, whatever, let's get version 1 done. Let's get her done. Because I can't get to version 2 unless I get version 1 out. I can't get to version 3 unless I get version 2 out. I need to start with version 1. And many of you are sitting on version 1. You're not getting version 1 done because you want it to be version 3. It's not going to be version 3. It's only going to be version 1. And I want to inspire you to get that done today. Anilda, listing your home. Absolutely. Getting out of your comfort zone. Incredible. Pushing out of that, saying, I'm going to do it. I'm going to take that step. I got news for you. If you feel that nervous energy, you're on to something, right? If your mouth is doing this, when you think about the change and then there's that nervous energy, that is the ingredient that you need to do great things. If you're feeling bored, frustrated, and upset, and life is same old, I want you to put something in to get out of your comfort zone. Start small. Go for the walk in the woods. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up. Go do something. Maybe something you haven't done in the years, but it gets you excited. You get the juices flowing again. You feel it. All right, I'm going to get into the announcement, but I have another great thing to share with you that is absolutely going to inspire you. It's absolutely going to be an inspiration to you today. And I'm going to share that right now before I get into the announcement. And this, because we started to do a thing where we did a quote of the week, for the show, and we're going to do that. But today I have something different. And I don't know if he's on here, but Miko Del Guidice. We call him Miko for short. He's a musician. He played at the last event. He sent me this, and he said, this guy's like you. There was a guy, his name is Dante Sharp. I'm going to tell you about Dante Sharp. And I want you to, you may have clicked on here for this very thing right now. Dante Sharp was falsely accused 28 years ago. There was a crime. somebody was murdered. It was a drug deal. And Dante Sharp, who did not commit the crime, was convicted. He spent 26 years in prison, falsely accused. Why is this happening to me? But you know what he did? He had a picture, Polaroid picture of himself when he was free. He was a teenager. He wrote at the bottom, "I'm free, I'm free." And he looked at it every single day. It kind of rivals the Nelson Mandela story, doesn't it? 26 years. And then was on a call last night with Amelia. What came up was, would you rather be in a physical prison and free in your mind, or physically free and imprisoned in your mind? Because you've been hyper focused on certainty, based on the news, based on all the stuff. I'm going to lock down and I'm going to contract, when I know it is my birthright to expand and to grow. And I trust that if you're getting this video, this is a wake-up call, that there's something in your heart. There's one person that's going to get this, that says, this is resonating with me right now. You're speaking directly to me. I've been sitting back. There's something I've been wanting to do, and I've been sitting back either because of my unknowingly hyper-focused on certainty or limiting beliefs. Let me get into my big announcement, and then I have an invitation for you to stay plugged in, and this is exciting. And I'm going to get your shares when I can, but I want to get this out. So here's the news. Here's the news. Are you ready? As you know, last year, 2020, in September, I embarked on a 34-day cross-country road trip that led me to the Grand Canyon and beyond. Next year, in 2022, I will be embarking on another journey. It's going to be Journey to Freedom #2. It's Flashpoint. Your turnaround story starts here. Journey to Freedom #2. And the goal, I will be embarking on a cross-country bicycle trip. I'm going to ride a bike from coast. Well, I'm going to cross the country. The route will be determined, hopefully by your feedback. We're going to link up with a charity. We're going to have sponsorships, all kinds of exciting things. We're going to create new content, and you can be involved in some level if you choose. There you have it. The exciting news. I am going to be traveling across the United States. The route is to be determined, and I want you to follow along. Would you like to follow along with me in this journey? Would you like to see the inspirational places, that I'm going to be at? Would you like to literally be on the bike with me? Would you like to, let's see, people I'm going to meet across the country. Some people are already volunteering. Ring the bell. Ring that bell. Woo! We are going to do it. And we are going to have sponsorships. And I am excited to have you join me. I'm going to be interviewing people. I'm going to be hitting these inspirational places. I am going to be making a statement to talk about getting out of my comfort zone. If I don't live it, if I don't embody it, what does it matter, right? So this is an opportunity for you to follow along. Let me grab the link. Here's the way we're going to do it. It's going to be very simple, very simple. If you want to follow along and get on the email list and get an inside track to where I'm going to be, the people I'm going to meet, you need to basically go to this. There's a link. I just put it in the thing there. Some of you are already on this list. This was the 9 questions that was from the last Journey to Freedom. You get the 9 questions by getting on the list, the mailing list. You're going to get the 9 questions to identify and remove limiting beliefs. So maybe you want to make more money. Maybe you want to have better relationships. Maybe you want to have better health. Maybe you just want more fulfillment in your life. It's about overcoming that limiting belief. You can get those 9 questions, get on the mailing list to follow this journey as I bike across the United States. It's going to be next year. There's going to be more content coming out. I'm going to let you follow the training. I'm going to start today. I'm getting out of my comfort zone. I'm getting on that bike again for the second time, and I'm going out. Let me tell you, it's a learning curve. It's a different kind of bike. So it takes a learning curve. So I'm getting out of my comfort zone today. What are you going to do to get out of your comfort zone today? Let me go back to that quote one more time as I revisit this. The first essential element of success is to have sufficient confidence in one's self to brave the criticisms, to say nothing of the witticisms of a skeptical public. One of my earliest interviews with Dennis Andres, they call him Mr. Sedona, when he left everything, he left his financial career and he flew out to Sedona, Arizona to become an adventure tour guide. You know what he said to me? He said, going sane looks a lot like going insane. And you know what? When you follow your path that's truly in line with your heart, some people are going to think you're crazy. And here's the litmus test. If you're coming from your heart and you truly want to serve the world with your gifts, everyone's safe. People can judge how it comes out, but if that's your intent, everyone's safe. So let me know if you are going to follow this journey. Type in yes. Yes. All you got to do is type in the word yes. It's your declaration. Yes, I'm going to follow the journey. Yes, I'm going to get out of my comfort zone. And then click on that link, get those 9 questions today, and you will be added to the Journey to Freedom. And the content will come out. And I assure you, you are going to love this. We're talking about sponsorships. If you want to be a sponsor, connect with me directly. We're building the sponsorships. Let's see what else we're doing. We're talking about making a documentary, some kind of a book. We're linking up with a charity. I don't have the charity yet, but that is to be determined. And this is going to be an exciting proposition. And I trust it's going to be for you. And let me go back to the way I started this, which was, what area do you need to get out of that comfort zone in? Where do you need to push up against that uncertainty threshold? Have you been living too certain, too predictable? And how do you know? Life is boring. The zest for life has kind of faded away. You might be saying to yourself, is this all there is? Is this all there is? Tony Robbins says you're one decision away from a totally different life. One decision away. Remember what I said. What's worse? To go back to the Dante Sharp story, what's worse? To be physically in a prison, but mentally free, mentally and emotionally free? Or to be completely free physically, but emotionally and mentally locked up? And I'll share with you one other example that we share at the live event. Viktor Frankl, Austrian psychiatrist, inside of a Nazi Germany death camp. His family's killed, and he has an epiphany. When they're physically harming him and treating him as if he's like an animal, he said, they can hurt my body, but they can't hurt me. And they can't take away my last liberty. And that was, I can choose my response to them. And he chose not to return in hate. He chose to stay mentally and emotionally free in a state that most people would never be able to have. There's more to the story, which I'm not going to tell you right now. But when you look at Viktor Frankl's journey, it's almost like God was putting a step right in front of him each way. There was no step, but there was trust. And there was the ability to choose the response. And it's like the divine was placing a step just at the right time. Just at the right time, leading up to his physical freedom where he was actually physically free. There was a horrific incident that he was supposed to be involved with where everyone was killed. But at the time, it looked like he was being left behind, but he wasn't. Because that representation of, oh my God, I'm being left behind again, everyone that was supposed to be going forward got killed. And he survived. And the divine protected him. So Eckhart Tolle says that life will continue to present whatever circumstance or situation you need until you become conscious, which is a form of freedom. And so whatever situation you're in right now, I propose that you embrace it as a gift so that you can learn and then take that next step into the uncertainty threshold with complete trust and knowingness that when you are on purpose, everything's going to happen as if it was as is the divinely guided. And I'll give you one last example. When I set out to do this, I'm happy to tell you that I connected with the bike manufacturer. They want to be involved in the project. I'd reached out to at least 10 bike companies before I even landed on this bike. I was looking at all different kinds of things, but it was perfectly placed. I connected with the founders. They're going to be involved in the project, and that's it. So what I'm going to do is make sure you get on the list to follow the journey as I bike across the United States next year, and make sure you get out of your comfort zone today. Let me grab your final shares. I got a minute. Life will present whatever we need until we consciously exist in freedom. Choose to trust. Absolutely. Lisa says, sí. So we got more Spanish speaking people coming in. We welcome you. Everyone's saying yes. Heck yeah. Great. We got a holla in the house. We got a yes. We got a, okay, it's 1:33. This is Austin. This is Flashpoint. Your turnaround story starts here. We create transformational experiences that lead you to your Flashpoint. Come follow me across the country. Bye for now. I'll see you next week.